Scooby. Hi, Scooby.
Scooby?
You know what's cool about that?
What?
Scooby is half of my gamer tag on PlayStation.
What's your full gamer tag?
Scooby Snacks.
See, that's dope as fuck.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Everybody always does it one of two ways. When I get on, people are either Scooby Dooby Dooby Doo, how you doing, Scooby Snacks? Or people are like, what's up, Scooby, you smoke? Those are the two options.
You definitely...
Because Scooby Snacks is like, if you're like smoking like a joint or a blunt or something like that, and like when you go to inhale, you get a little bit of the bud in your mouth. That's called Scooby Snacks.
For real?
Yeah.
Let me just... No, wait, so you're talking about whenever you have to do that...
Yeah. Well, that's if you're rolling it, but I'm talking about like if you're smoking it.
Sorry, let me just adjust your mic. Because it was... Talking to it? Y'all are getting to see a little bit of the fucking live shit.
Check.
It looks super low.
What?
The mic.
Shit. I don't know, man. It was working earlier.
Should I...
You can test it if you want.
Yeah. Because I can edit this out on YouTube. YouTube, we're fucking here. Get used to it. Why is it...
Bro, why would this not go away? I'm about to get irritated. Gamer tag on PlayStation.
What's your full gamer tag?
Scooby Snack.
Okay. It was going. It was this looks so fucking low. Yeah, so like I just had to re-record, but fucking Scooby Snacks. I didn't know that was actually a weed term.
Yeah, it's a weed term. I mean, it's a smoking term for sure.
I didn't know it was just like if you get a little bit of the weed in your mouth, and god damn it, I keep doing this. The fucking lid of my e-cig pops off, all of the liquid spills in my pocket. No. I knew I was smelling fucking banana for something.
That
gross. Pisses me off. Yeah, do you think weed is addictive and you can have withdrawals?
No, I don't know.
I just do a super fucking hardcore question.
That's not a hardcore question though, but no, I don't think so. I don't think you can have withdrawals from it. I think that's more mental, but there is side effects.
Like, you don't think people... Sorry.
You gonna step on my toe?
I'm trying to stub it. You don't think people can get cold sweats and shit like that?
No, not from weed.
What about, like, loss of appetite?
Yeah, that's a side effect for sure.
Insomnia?
I can see how that would have... It could possibly trouble people sleeping, but usually it's the opposite. Usually it helps people sleep.
Because I remember... Yeah, no, I'm talking about when you get off it, like withdrawal. Say if you were smoking fucking heavy and then you just go cold turkey.
Yeah, you could definitely have issues at that point.
I remember back in the day when we were in high school, Red was smoking, and this was like a weekend thing, right, Red? And he would literally be getting there singing, bro, I need to fucking smoke. Like, I'm literally having cold sweats.
No
I need
way.
to fucking smoke. And he just gets super angry. I looked down, I was like, bro, there's no fucking way you got cold sweats.
Yeah, no. I mean, I've never met anybody that has side effects like that and shit like that. Like, I've known people that have just had to stop, like, right off the bat. Just straight stop and, like, don't have really issues. The issues are for, like, about... I mean, it depends on how heavy of a smoker you are, but, you know, there's a little bit of a time frame of where, like, you might have trouble eating, your anxiety might be a little higher, you might have trouble sleeping, things like that. That's side effects, but that's not, like, having withdrawals.
Life is less fun.
Just depends.
Your thoughts aren't as creative.
Dude, like I said, everybody's different. Everybody's different. Because you could be a functional fucking stoner, or you could be someone that's just a couch potato. Just depends. It's
crazy how like things affect people so rapidly different. Like with some people, they just love weed and it's the best drug. They can drive on it, they can do all that. I smoke it, I'm staring at my hand for an hour saying in my head, I want to be sober, I want to be sober, I want to be sober. Whenever I used to be prescribed to Adderall and I used to take it, I smoked one time on it and I felt like my whole body was in constant motion. It was the weirdest shit ever, and I hated every second of it. I sat on
What do you mean by you felt like your body was in constant motion? I
felt like my whole body was just, like, moving like this. like I probably was shit. Yeah, super fucking high. And I just sat on the couch with the covers over me. I even put them over my head, and I was just like, I don't want to do this right now at all.
Sounds like a real shitty situation.
Oh, it was. Sorry, I moved that closer, but...
Damn near put the mic in my mouth.
Yeah, but do you see how like small it looks?
No, Cameron. I can't tell. I don't ever tell the difference.
There you go.
Sounds better now?
Or it looks better. Yeah, But anyways, let's go ahead and get right into it. Welcome back, all you stay-at-homers. I am one half of your host here, Cameron, and sitting directly in front of me is my main man, Sergio. And when we put our mind and forces together, we form the Stay at Home Podcast. Welcome to episode 24. How you feeling?
Hell yeah.
How's your week been?
Good, bro. Week's been good. Let's see, what did I do? Really, the only thing I did was just chill with T for a little bit. Fucking watch the UFC fights.
Yeah.
Went to work.
The same shit. Me too. I did that. Bean is just, he's listening better, but he's also learned that if I talk, they can catch me. So now he's real quiet and sneaky.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
he knows that he's got to be quiet now.
Yeah, because he used to be like...
When he goes to eat the dog food.
Yeah, no, bro. I literally yesterday, right? I picked up the dog ball. Like, he was over there playing with it. He was picking it up and throwing it on the ground.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Come on, Bean.
And I was like, come on. I put him out in the living room, put the dog ball on top of the counter. But there was still some on the floor that I had to sweep up. He literally goes in there and he runs and he's looking back at me like, oh shit. He hurry up and gets there. And I was like, Bean, no, there's not even a bowl there. He puts his hand on the ground and starts swiping the food everywhere, just throwing it. I'm like, what are you doing?
Just trying to fucking cause havoc.
That's his only
goal.
All day, this is what he does, bro. He's in a rush to do nothing. He's in a rush to walk around and just carry a ball. That's all he wants. He wants to go into the fish tank, like under there, and pour out. He's done that before. He's literally opened a fish food bottle and poured it out. How? No fucking clue. Nobody sees him when he does any of this intricate shit.
It's because he's fucking silent. He's an assassin.
He is, bro. Fucking Assassin's Creed over there.
You're gonna be walking one day and your fucking Achilles is gonna get cut. And you're gonna be like, oh shit. You're gonna see Bean standing there like fucking Chucky.
Yeah, he's gonna be sitting there like with his hand behind his back with a knife and shit. No, but he's crazy. I didn't do shit this week, and as you might have noticed, we are live on YouTube. What is up? What the fuck is up, YouTube?
Hell yeah. What's good, guys?
Yeah,
that's cool.
Hopefully, be live every Thursday. We figured out that this is the best way for us to get the videos on YouTube. So this isn't a permanent situation. Let me just tell you that now. Like, this is what we have to do to just get the shit to just upload immediately after.
Right.
And if that's what we got to do,
that's what we're going to do.
That's what we're going to do right now. Because we've still had so many problems with just recording it.
We have. I mean, we finally got good video and good quality audio. It's just now we have troubles getting it actually like to upload because it's a long video, bro.
Oh yeah, and I know that the video on the live might be a little fuzzy, but hey, take what you can get. We're trying here.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we're trying to. We're episode 24, and we are now on YouTube. And if you are a first-time listener and watcher of this podcast from YouTube, we have 23 other episodes that are on Spotify, Apple, pretty much anywhere you can listen to podcasts. So go check those out. Come back to the comment section. Told us that you did and that you're a homer, and give us some criticism because I'm sure we could use it. Always appreciate it. Now we have a list of topics this week that are a little bit out of the norm. Okay, I wanted to switch it up this podcast and just have like a real. Just whatever we were thinking this week.
I didn't know the topics really until today.
I texted you it Saturday.
Yeah, and I was probably just like, okay.
Yeah. Because you were like, haha, I like this guy. I texted you like 4 messages, and I was like, they're a little weird, but stay with me.
Yeah. No, I remember.
Yeah.
I remember you saying that. I just didn't remember the topic at hand.
Yeah. Now, first topic I had is actually like a really cool one. Or what do you want to get into first? I'll let you pick.
We could just do
first one.
Yeah.
All right. So first one I was thinking was like if you had like with the Oculus Rift, say if they had like something better, like the Google glasses.
Yeah, just virtual reality.
Just virtual reality in general. What if they have like a program that's like Ready Player One type shit, where it's like a whole little world, but it shows you different time periods in the world, America, wherever you want to go. Say if I'm going to be like Texas in the 1800s, I can go there and you can walk around and see how it was, see how people dressed, see how people looked, how they acted.
Yeah.
That would be insane.
That would be pretty cool. So like how, in a way, so would you kind of go in time and be a character in that time frame, or would you go back and be like an invisible character and just there's something that's playing, like let's say you go back to the Western times and you're at like a salon or saloon and whatnot and you're fucking seeing people drink and play cards and shit like that. They can't interact or see you, like they're just doing their own thing, but you can see how that time frame was. Or would you go back and be able to be an actual character in that time frame?
Are you asking me for the parameters or what I would want to do?
No, what would you want to do?
Oh, I would want to go back in time and be a person.
Be a person.
Now, if I'm going to Western times, I'm definitely not going back and being an Indian.
No.
That's one thing I'm not doing.
An Indian.
Yeah,
I'd be a bank robber.
See, that's sick.
That'd
But look, this is my opinion on that. You aren't allowed to go back and just have a group already, right?
No, you have to build.
You have to go find.
You'd have to build it up.
That's fucking sick.
That'd be cool.
Okay,
have
so
a virtual reality helmet game to where you are your person. You pick a time zone or whatever you want to be. Like you could go back to like mobster era, and be like a mobster.
Like John Gotti's henchman.
Dude, that'd be cool.
So like you pick it right. So you wouldn't want to be invisible either.
No, I would.
You have to be a person.
So essentially, what it is,
and if
is like
die,
you could have multiple different timelines and like I guess
like
stories.
save files, like
stories.
save files.
Yeah. So you could pick a story that you wanted to go down, like the Western story, mobster story, or whatever, and then you get thrown into the shit.
Now, would you get thrown in as like a baby? Now we're getting into like a simulation. No, I'm thinking like you get to pick your age and all of that. Because say you want to be a kid of a mobster. No, you wouldn't get to pick that. Do you get to pick your parents?
Just a little too detailed. I was thinking more just like
you just show up as a
kind of
person.
like GTA. You you create a character and you just like boom, you pop into the game.
Okay, and then let's just say
essentially the storyline would be the same for everybody, but slightly different based on the decisions that you make.
Yeah, because like Fable was like that. Did you ever play Fable?
No.
Like you could choose the evil or the good route.
No.
So like
Fallout was like that though. Like Fallout has multiple different endings.
Yeah, same type.
Skyrim has multiple different endings.
Yeah, same type of situation. This one would have to be a lot more intricate in the fact that like it's always changing.
Bro, I could definitely create games. Like me and T, we were actually talking about this last night. Bro, we could create games, like the ideas of them, but the actual making of the game, like I don't know how to code.
The developers.
How would I actually make a game? Like I don't know. I have ideas for games.
Yeah.
Like I have an idea for a skate game. Like I think I can make the best skate game possible.
Now Tony Hawk just came out. You can make a better skate game. I think it's Skate 3 was the best one for me.
Yeah, Skate 3 was my favorite, and I'd make a better game than that.
Really, what's your idea?
My idea would just be like really, really like personal. So like you pick your hometown, and you would get to pick your age and things like that. And then, you could start out in high school or you could be in college or whatever the case may be. And you try to, rather than, because in Skate 3, if I'm remembering right, you could make your own skate company is what it was. Like in the first couple, like Skate 1 and 2, it was you were trying to become a pro and you were trying to get on good teams and like big name brands. Then in the third one, you created your own brand. So in my game, what I would kind of be is just like you could create your own brand. You could possibly just go join a big name team like Alien Workshop or Girl Skateboard or something like that. Or you could go make your own skate company and you take that risk of, not getting as much exposure or not having a like solid crew team behind you because professional skaters are already on teams, so they would be in the game, things like that. And you just kind of work your way up, you could drop out of high school or you could go to college or things like that, and it just kind of like make the path of your game.
And no, that's like real life shit. Because look,
I think that's what people would enjoy.
Yeah, of course. Anything, whenever the realer it is, the better. Because people are pissed off at EA for Madden because it's the same game every year, and they literally have screenshots of it saying Madden 19 in the crowd and shit. This is like laziness by the but. In your game, it would be cool. There has to be a lot of different endings. And if you're going to choose to... I think you should be able to start out as a middle schooler, too. Because some of these skaters are, like, fucking pros by 16.
12, 14.
Yeah, 14. And they're, like, crazy.
Yeah, so Tony Hawk was pro by 14, bought a house by 17.
Yeah, so if you're... Exactly. That's crazy. So, like, if you choose to go the independent route, the game should automatically be extended 4 hours.
Yeah, I understand what
you know what I'm saying? Like, it has to take you twice as long, and there should be so much rejection. Like, you go up to, because like those games, you walk up to, it's part of the storyline. You walk up to this guy at the skate park.
Yeah.
it's always a pro at a local skate park.
Mm-hmm.
That shit never happens. It's so rare. You should have to go to 105 different skate parks before you see a glimpse of one of them walking back to their car.
Right.
See what I'm saying? Shit like that.
I've met professional skateboarders like at some big ass parks. They were part of the Index team, and I met some people from the DGK team.
DGK was sick.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool. That was at Louisville Skate Park. They have a badass skate park there. But yeah, it was pretty cool. Like the whole Index team was there.
We should frequent some of these places and get them on the pod.
Oh yeah, that would be fucking sick.
Obviously, you can't walk up to them and be like, "Come on my podcast." We just walk up to them and just talk to them like, "Hey, bro, what's up?"
See what they're about.
I bet
See
you
if
I
they're
can
even
do.
Cool to come on the pod.
I would challenge them to a game of skate. Act like I'm most confidence in the world. Fake confidence, faux confidence. Be like, I skate way better than you. Borrow your board because I don't have one. And then I'll be like, yeah, man, I fucking beat you at skate. SK8. Let's do it.
Yeah,
you know?
Get
3.
You're going to get swiped real quick.
You go first, dog. Like kick flip, not a problem. Double kick flip, not a problem. I played skate.
You wouldn't even start out with any of that.
Couldn't even push on the board. Like, can't even really ride. Long board, that's a different story. More leverage, better, equilibrium.
More board to stand on.
But, yeah, no. I think they would laugh at me because they'd be like, this kid is just fucking...
They'd laugh at you as soon as you walked up.
So I look funny?
Yeah, well, you look goofy as hell.
And they're like, who's this kid wearing the most, like, 6'9"-ish, colorful clothes ever?
Exactly.
Yeah.
They'd be laughing already.
Are those carnival tickets on his shorts?
For real.
Shit like that.
That an admission ticket?
I like that idea of a game of skate like that. And Tyler, I keep telling you that we should pursue you and skate. Like, we should do, like, make a YouTube channel for you of, like, skate. Not only that, but like,
I could do a YouTube video of like trick tips.
Yeah,
that's really all I could do.
Trick tips, and also like I think that there's probably a high demand for people like you going and playing skate against people and shit like that. Like, that shit would be interesting.
Just not the best. I get swiped out a lot.
Doesn't matter, man. As long as you make it entertaining, people will watch it. People watch people eating food. True. My son, bro, my son is obsessed with mukbangs.
No,
I swear to God,
he's already started.
He's a year old, right? And we put on a mukbang. It's the funniest shit ever, right? So he's watching it. They have their king crab. They're dipping it in their little butter sauce mixed with cayenne.
Yeah, going hard.
Right? And he literally sees the food as long as it's zoomed in enough on it. And he looks at it. He's like, puts his mouth like on the phone, and he's trying to eat it. He'll try to pick it up. I'm like, this little motherfucker, he wants this food so bad.
He's fucking Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. That shit.
Yes,
pick it up out of the TV.
The snozberries taste like snozberries. He's literally trying to go through the phone like it's Ring 2003.
That's funny.
And take that shit out. I swear to God.
That'd be amazing, bro. Could you imagine that?
More on the virtual reality stuff. I think virtual reality and this Neuralink is like the next step of human evolution.
Bro, technology is taking off for sure.
Imagine, because you know what's crazy is, if we're in a simulation right now, we're going to get to a time where the simulation is in a simulation. And that's going to be Inception.
That would be the Rick and Morty episode.
Yeah, bro,
have you seen that episode?
Yeah, explain it to me real quick.
So, Rick has a simulation of people inside his car engine powering his car.
Yes!
And then somebody inside his simulation created another, it's like a mini-verse.
Yeah, it's the mini-verse.
Yeah, or a micro-verse. He's like, Rick called his a mini-verse. He was like, so you have a micro-verse. He's like, I call it micro-verse.
Yeah, bro, that episode's so funny because like Rick is a drunk and the person that he created in the mini-verse is like an opium addict. Yeah. He's like addicted to opiates. Yeah. Oh, bro, Rick and Morty is the greatest show ever.
That's a good ass show, bro.
Imagine.
So is Solar Opposites. It's a good show too.
I think we could work on Rick and Morty and come up with some badass ideas for episodes.
I don't think I could.
Rick.
Bro. I don't think I could.
Like, just not fuck with the formula.
I think that they're just way too smart for me.
I
don't think I have that depth of thinking.
I don't think they're way too smart because they take like 3 years in between episodes, and that is strictly to come up with creativity for the episodes. It has to be.
Dude, the episodes are fucking amazing.
Pickle Rick, I have socks of those.
You have to be like somewhat intelligent to understand the whole episode. Because there's things that you can just miss and not understand it.
There's little Easter eggs in all of it. That's what I love about it. Like the producers of that show drop shit in there for the long-time listeners and first-time listeners to get them hooked. It's just like it's really addictive the way that they do their show. But I don't know, bro. Virtual reality always has been like too far behind to be real. Have you heard of those like places that you go to? It's like a warehouse. You go there and you put on the virtual reality helmet and you can play like zombies and you walk around the warehouse shooting zombies and shit. It's like they give you all the equipment.
No,
and shit.
I haven't heard of that. That's crazy.
I don't know.
That's badass.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know if we have it here in Texas, but in California, Joe Rogan has talked about it multiple times. Or not Joe Rogan. Logan Paul, they went to one and like you literally go in there and then you dropped into like an alien world and you're like fighting aliens and shit and you literally see like me and you, like we see our
like a hologram.
Whatever, like
I don't know what you're trying to say.
Avatar. We see our avatars, right? And then we're sitting there, we're like, but the only problem is they say sometimes in certain angles, like the head will be on the where your dick is.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It's still like bugs in it. But that's still sick, like, just to walk around a warehouse and actually be in it, because...
Yeah, that would be badass, man.
Yeah.
You know what we need to do? Go to an escape room.
I want to so bad.
Bro, those look super fun.
Yes. The only problem is, like, I gotta go... Yeah, we would have to go with you, because I would get to a room where I get stuck, and I just get so frustrated that, like, I'm going to the same thing over and over. Oh, like, no, it has to be this. I swear to God, it's the lock.
Oh, yeah, bro. I would fucking love to go to an escape room. That shit would be hella fun.
Yeah, we should do it, and if we can, make a video out of it. Shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if they allow you to take shit in like that, because they don't want people to, like, just be posting the escape room.
Oh, that's true.
You know?
Yeah.
But who knows?
Yeah, we might be able to. Shit. Yeah. But I've wanted to do that. My idea for a video game, since we're on that topic, is I wanted to do, because somebody's already working on it, but like a real life Yu-Gi-Oh game where you draw the cards, all the rules are like set. So like you can't put a card down, the game tells you like red. You know, like I can't just throw a god card down immediately, but like actually like it is in the anime, throw it down, see the big ass monsters come. Yes, like exactly how I was in it. That would be so sick.
That would be sick.
That, and
they have those games on virtual reality.
Not the Yu-Gi-Oh. They
have Yu-Gi-Oh sim type games. My buddy Brian, my manager at my work, he has a virtual reality goggles, and we played a game just like Yu-Gi-Oh. Like you go, you look up, and it shows like your cards that you have in your hand. And you like look down, and that's like the playing field, and all the monsters and spells and everything you have on the field, they're like hologrammed up. You see the opponents and stuff, and then like you can send them to attack and things like that.
See, that's what I want. But with Yu-Gi-Oh, I want to take it a step further. Konami, you have the money, you can do this. Is actually like buy a dual disc.
Right.
You buy a dual disc, you have the actual cards and the. Because somebody's was working on, I don't know if they still are. I used to look up the YouTube videos. He was doing it with the Google glasses. But you actually have the dual disc and cards, and like the virtual reality is showing like we're still in this room. You can see it. You can see your cards and all that. But it's like the anime. Like you throw it down and everything pops up. So we can go like out in the yard.
Yeah.
Stand there. Throw a card. Yes. Imagine how crazy that would be. You'd see the attacks and all that. That'd be so amazing. And then we could take it, whenever that gets popular, bring it to like old school Yu-Gi-Oh, where there's like arenas where you don't need glasses and they're just real ass holograms up.
Yeah, that would be fucking.
Dude, that'd be insane.
I don't know how you would do that.
I don't know, but that would be
anything with virtual reality fucking makes sense, because like you just put goggles on and it's just like a video game essentially. It's just a lot more detail goes into it.
Yeah, and like imagine playing a virtual reality Pokemon game where you start your adventure like in the games and you literally are walking around trying to catch Pokemon, going to different gyms and battling like a guy and shit.
Right.
Like, hey, Tyler, come over, like we're gonna go start our adventure, and we start as like a fucking 8th grader, and then we work our way up all the way to like Gym 12 in the Pokemon League.
Right, and you can go off on your own and things like that, and then when you are together, play together, stuff like that.
Yeah, I can't wait until the world becomes Ready Player One, because working at Frito-Lay is so fucking boring, and I'm ready to get it escaped.
I've never fully watched that movie.
Really?
Yeah.
You seen some of it though?
Just a little bit, just the beginning parts.
I think that's how the world is going to be. Like everybody doesn't even care about the real life. You make your money in the virtual reality.
Dang, what's that one movie called? I think it's called Gamer or something like that, where it's like inmates who are getting played by people, and if they make it to the end of the game, then the inmate gets out. Kind of like fucking Death Race, but not like that.
But not like that.
Because they don't have control. Like the inmates don't have control. Like somebody's legitimately playing them.
But
it's a real person.
No, yeah, I've seen that.
That's a fucking good ass movie.
Real good movie. Watch Gamer. That shit is really good. Oh man, we
didn't even really talk about the fucking time zone thing like, fully.
Yeah.
But that would be a very cool concept to be able to like go into a virtual reality world of a different time zone and kind of like see how things were and play out.
Like even if you don't even play nothing, just to walk around and see like how New York looked when John Gotti was, or Chicago looked when John Gotti was smuggling moonshine throughout the city. Like that would be crazy.
That would be really cool.
Yeah,
to see.
Yeah, and then like, cause like,
I think a lot of people would be interested in just that alone.
I would love that, bro. I would definitely go back and see how Dallas was in the 1995.
Right.
Like, I would even just love to see like what it looked like when I was born.
Yeah.
And shit like that. Because like you don't remember when you're a baby.
No, you definitely don't.
Yeah.
I mean, really, everything just looks the same. It's just more buildings everywhere.
Yeah.
For us.
I'm gonna get off all of our topics and go on a little rant because I want to tell you a little story about what happened. This should have been involved in the beginning when you asked me how my week went. But I forgot. So, all right, I'm at work. It's a Monday, right? This Monday, and I'm pulling up to my corner store. I'm already kind of pissed off because I had like $1,000 going to my QT. Usually get around 500.
I don't understand what you mean.
Today's a busy ass day.
All right.
Yeah, like today's a busy ass day. I know it's gonna be long. It's gonna be a 12-hour day, and I'm pissed off already. I drive up to the corner store, go in the back of my truck. All of the boxes fell over.
Damn.
Kicked about 5 of them, threw one at the door. I'm just telling you that right now. I was pissed off. That's
why my chips be broke. Chips always be broke when I get them from gas stations and shit.
Scratch
Got
that.
niggas like you.
Scratch that. Didn't kick them. Didn't throw it at the door. So then I fixed all the box. All of that was not productive at all because literally all I did was just make it harder for me to put the boxes back up.
Right, of course.
Get the boxes loaded, go in there, check in as normal, and I'm sitting there loading the chips up, and there's this lady, like older like lady just standing over there in the corner. Don't know what she's doing. She's not buying anything. She's not getting anything. She's just watching me. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm not doing anything. Yeah. So like I'm rotating the chips, and I don't have 8 arms. I'm not a Hindu god, you know. I don't have nine hands. So I put them on the floor, the older chips, and I'm putting the newer chips in the back and loading them up.
Yeah.
Right? She comes over to me and goes, sir, and she goes, first of all, can you pull your mask over your nose? And I said, I pulled it up. I said, oh yeah, like it falls sometimes. I always adjust it because it's the disposable mask, and they're not the best quality. Yeah. Shit. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I do that, and she goes, sir, also, why are you putting those chips on the floor? I said, ma'am, they're in a bag. Like the bag's not, like the chips aren't being contaminated on the floor. They're in a bag. And she goes, that's not healthy, and that's not sanitary. And I said, okay, keep going. And I'm doing it. She goes, sir, get them off the floor. And I was like, I did get them off the floor. Those are returns. Like, because right now I'm like, if this will stop her from, I know I'm not doing nothing wrong, but if this will stop her from bugging me, I'll
being
get
a
them.
Karen.
Yeah, it's fucking full on Karen mode.
Full Karen.
So if this will stop her from fucking with me, I'll get them off the floor. Right. I will take an extra 30 minutes not to put this on the floor. So I get them off the floor and I'm loading it up. And then she goes, if the health department was here, they would shut you down because you put them on the floor.
See, that's how you know that she's never worked in any sort of food industry ever. Because for it to be, like, I remember this rule. For it to have to be lifted up off the ground, it has to be something that has been opened, something that is an open container, or something like that. But if it is closed, it is okay to sit it on the floor as long as you don't leave it on the floor the whole time. Like, you don't want people to like have just a basket of chips on the ground, and you pick from that.
It's not like I'm dumping them on the ground.
Exactly.
The max amount of time they're sitting on the floor is 20 seconds.
Yeah, because you're fucking, oh, these are the old ones. Let me set these right here. New ones in the back. All right, here, the old ones in the front. All right, next.
Exactly. So
Bro, I've done this before.
Yeah, exactly. And if you go to any gas station or any grocery store, any store, period, they have to set like product on the floor to load it up.
Yeah.
Like it's just inevitable. It's going to happen. So then I do all that, and then she starts filming me with her phone. By the way, she's definitely a boomer because I can see you trying to hide filming me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not stupid.
If you're gonna film me, just do it.
Just do it. Just come up there and be like,
I'm not even like, hi, how you doing?
Yeah. So then she's filming me. She goes, they're still on the floor. I go, ma'am, those are credits. You couldn't buy those if you wanted to.
Yeah.
And she goes, yeah, but you're saying that you didn't put them on the floor. I said, I did put them on the floor. I was rotating. As soon as you said something that you had a problem with it, for you, I didn't put any more on the floor.
Right.
So, and she goes, yeah, but you still had them on the floor. I go, ma'am.
People fucking, they have to incite fucking people to like do. Just be dumb, bro. People are dumb. Like, that's what I'm trying to get to. I was trying not to call people dumb, but people are fucking dumb.
She's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, people are dumb.
And this was in, like, a nice area. This was in Keller. Like, this is a nice area, and that's why I want to go back to the hood so fucking bad. Bro. Yes, because if you go to the hood, like, the people in the hood are the most kindest, like, generous people. Like, I swear to God.
They would have joked around. You would have been like, oh, these are fucking returns. You can't even buy them if you want. He'd have been like, hey, let me get one then.
Yeah, he would have been like, hey,
you know, let me slide one real quick.
I'm going to be out in the parking lot. When you go, just
give me
slide.
a couple bags.
You know, throw them by the trash.
I'll eat them hoes.
Yeah, just don't throw them in the trash. Throw them behind the trash. You know, I'll come scoop them up.
They're in the bag. That's fine. I'll pick them up.
Exactly. So, but like, so she's filming me, and then like, she's like, "What's your name? What's your name?" And I'm doing something. At this point, I'm mad too. So I'm like, I'm not gonna be disrespectful, but after I finish doing what I'm doing, then I'll respond to you. Like, I don't need to respond. So like, she's like, "What's your name?" I wouldn't even
respond. I'd be like, "Ma'am, I don't have to tell you that."
Yeah. So she asked me 4 times, and at the 4th time, I finished what I was doing, and I was like, "Cameron." All I said was Cameron. Like, I didn't give you my phone. Like, I didn't do nothing wrong.
Mr. Freeze.
Yeah. Me up. Kid Cameron, aka Cameron, Stay at Home Pod Cameron. You know what it is.
Look that shit up.
Listen to it. Give us a like. Give us a dislike. Don't give a fuck. But so then she leaves, right? And then I go in there to finish up with the manager, and the manager was aware of everything that was going on. She knew what happened, right? And then she goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. That lady, like, her wallet got stolen. She's in a bad mood." And I said, "That has nothing to do with me and how I'm loading my chips, but it's cool. I didn't get mad at her." And she goes, "Yeah, I know." And she goes, "But you know, she has a point. If the health department came in here, they would say something." And I said, "I sincerely disagree, and I hope." And I said, "I sincerely disagree. Also, if we want to go there, why are your floors so dirty that it's a problem?"
Yeah.
Shouldn't we address that issue before we talk about my chips being on that floor? Since you're the manager,
especially in COVID situations.
Yeah. So
if you're gonna start hounding me about everything, I'm gonna hound you about everything.
Yeah. So let's talk your store. Let's get the health department in here to check out everything in your store.
People like that, bro.
Yeah.
You'll see signs on the door, and they're like, "Wear a mask. Must wear a mask over mouth and nose." And then you walk in, and the fucking person's either not wearing a mask or has it pulled down. You're just like, what the fuck is this for right now?
Smoking a fucking Juul. I've seen that. They're in there smoking a Juul. Like, that's the most... You're breathing shit into... And then you have the mask on the door. And then those will be the same people that are like, "Hey, sir, need a mask."
Right.
Like, bitch, you don't even got one on. What are you talking about?
I don't walk into places with a mask. I put one on once you tell me to put a mask on.
Yeah.
Because I think it's dumb at this point. So we have to wear a mask, right? But there's nobody there holding the door open. Or there's nobody there sanitizing the handles when we leave.
And you know,
things like that. You know, like, people don't go and don't sanitize the handles of the door. And that's the most unsanitary thing possible.
They don't do... Look, there's no extra precautions being taken at any stores to make it more cleanly for customers to come in.
Yeah, it's just, like, it's so dumb that you fucking... dang, what was that post that you showed me earlier, babe? It was something about, like... you have to wear a mask when you walk into a restaurant, but you can take it off and walk around the restaurant.
To eat.
Yeah, to eat. And then people, you're allowed to go to a restaurant with your family, but family's not allowed to go in the hospital with you. You know, like, stuff like that. Or, like, you know, there's just things. Yeah. Or it's like, I have to wear a mask and stand 6 feet apart, but there's no fucking hand sanitizer by the door, or there's nobody sitting there holding the door open, or there's not somebody there that their job is to fucking sanitize the door when people come in and out. You know, like, we fucking think we have this under control, but it's not, bro. It's not under control. A mask is not protecting us if this really is an issue, which I personally don't think it is an issue like what they're making it out to be. And the fact that the government can straight up say, they're like, oh yeah, we inflated the numbers, the death toll is actually lower. How you lower a death toll? How does a death toll go from here to here? That doesn't make fucking sense. I don't trust you ever again after that.
And also, when the president is literally saying, if we test less, the numbers will be less.
Yeah, well, no fucking shit.
Yeah, I know.
Duh.
Yeah, but also what pisses me off...
Also, if we were to test for other things rather than just COVID.
Yeah.
Like, you wouldn't know if you got the flu right now.
Yeah, how many people have herpes anyways? You know what I mean? Like, if we
people.
test for everything, the numbers are going to be big for everything.
Right. I mean, a fuck ton... Well, we know a fuck ton of people have herpes, so that's, like, one of the most common...
Like, Dallas is... Well, when we were in high school, Dallas was, like, 70% of people had herpes, because that was the rave scene.
It's super, super common, though.
But, like...
I mean, a cold sore, though, is a type of herpes.
Yeah.
Like, if you get, like, a cold sore, like, that is a form of herpes.
My judgment on herpes is way less than it was when I was a kid.
Well, in high school, you hear that, and you're like... Because that's one thing that's, like... You know, you start hearing about STDs and you hear about AIDS, you hear about gonorrhea, you hear about herpes, and then so like if you hear somebody like, oh, you have herpes, that's fucking gross. It's just like, nigga, you ever get a cold sore? Yeah. You have herpes then.
Yeah, you have a type.
Yeah, so why you hounding me? Because I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, Devontae scared me so many times on, like, I think it was 3 different occasions. It was like, Cameron, you definitely need to get checked. You for sure have something. And I'm literally getting a text from the girls like, I don't have nothing. But now it's like, who do I trust? Like, I trust Devontae more, but I'm like, fuck it.
That's just he said, she said.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like,
that's why if you ever go to court and it's a he said, she said case, it's like, you don't know who's going to win.
Yeah, and it's just like, damn, all right, if nothing pops up, I guess I'm good. And I was right that time. But that
time you tested bad, Cameron? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I didn't go get tested.
So you have AIDS?
No, I don't. I did get tested later on, but I don't have nothing.
No, you would know that you don't have anything anyway because you have a kid.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like, what's crazy to me is every precaution that they're making us take, they're not giving us the decision to take. Every precaution they're making us take is canceled out by all of the other shit that's not taking place. Right. Like, them not cleaning everything. Like, properly. Shit should be cleaned like 6 times a day, if we're being real. And they have not switched up their routine once since this COVID shit has happened.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, if you're really trying, if you think if you are saying that COVID is as bad and as harmful as it truly is, if every customer that came in, you'd have to sanitize the whole store after.
There should be like 5 people in the store at a time. If it's as bad as you're making, like, if you're infringing on our rights, then we you know what I mean? They're already infringing on our rights by saying you have to do something.
They're more than likely about to have to try to make, like, you know how like vaccines, like, you know, people go and get vaccines. I bet they're about to try to make everybody get a COVID vaccine.
I don't want it if I never had it.
No, I'm not fucking taking it, bro. You got me fucked up. I'm not gonna take something that you say that I have to take, even though you've been lying about the whole situation from the fucking beginning.
Yeah, and
you got
also,
me fucked up, bro.
Also, whenever shit changes about how we're supposed to attack this thing daily, I don't trust you at all.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let you inject something into my body when you fully don't even know what it is yet.
Yeah, exactly. And whenever like Trump is saying like we should inject ourselves with bleach and shit, like, you didn't hear that?
No.
He was like, yeah, we should all just like inject ourselves with bleach.
Why would we do that?
Or I think it's like Clorox or something.
Why would we do that?
No clue.
That makes no sense.
But what trips me out is the government giving Kodak billions of dollars to start a pharmaceutical division.
Kodak Black?
No. That he's already been a pharmacist, if you know what I mean. He's in jail right now, probably getting litty off some K2.
Is he still in jail, bro?
Yeah, that unfortunately. Sucks. Bobby Shmurda.
He went back to jail for violating probation, right? I swear that's
it was something like that, but he has an open case right now about like like sexual assault. It's alleged. You don't know. Those situations are so tricky. I don't want to touch on those. But yeah, he's still in jail right now. The streets need Kodak. Tell me how he posts on Instagram.
What?
Bro,
well, I mean, honestly, bro, people in jail, in prison, they be playing basketball and shit.
Bro, people in jail have everything nowadays. People in jail, especially in California, have everything we have on the outside, on the inside.
Damn.
They have, a lot of people in jail have said that there's more drugs in jail. There's phones in jail. Like, they have iPads in jail and shit. Like, TK got caught with an iPad.
Yeah, I say, how you hide an iPad, though?
I don't know, but he got caught with it.
You can't hide an iPad. I don't even make sense.
If you have money, you are living like you are on the outside, on the inside.
At least trying
Pills
to.
and shit.
You're trying to.
Yeah. Like, you can make songs and shit. Like, some of them have, like, fucking phones and they're recording music in jail. I'm just like, bro, that's not your biggest concern right now.
Yeah, you need to get out.
Focus on this case. Bobby Shmurda, by the way.
in jail rapping, he's like, yeah, I did it, but it don't matter.
Yeah, I did it. I'm on trial right now. Murder, 22.
Sitting in the jail cell. What you thinking about? That would suck.
Yeah, well, imagine... That would be the biggest rap. Like, if TK could record a song, he's like, yeah, I killed 8 people, and I'm serving life.
Yeah, he's like, because he was the one that was, like, talking about being on the run.
Right, on the run, yeah.
And still fucking making music and shit.
Yeah, Bobby Shmurda's appeal, or, like, his parole hearing, everybody was so, like, confident that he was getting approved and getting out. Got denied because of his, apparently, like a while back, people are speculating that this is the reason why, is that his girlfriend tried to sneak in a shank to him.
God damn, why
don't you just make your own in there? I thought that was a thing.
I thought that was the point.
I don't know. I've never been to jail like that.
Hey, I need another toothbrush. I lost mine.
Yeah, I need.
How do you lose a toothbrush in a fucking 9x9 cell?
When I worked out of jail, the biggest thing is people would just come out to get the... Like, hey, can I get some Advil? My head hurts. Can I get some... Like, they would come out all the time. And I would ask them, like, oh, shit, y'all giving them real Advil? They're like, nah, these are sugar pills. Like, it says, like, Aleve on it. Yeah. It's not like a name brand. It's like some generic-ass brand. But it's not really anything. They're like, we can't really give them things because they could, like, thin their blood and shit like that. So, like, they're sugar pills. Yeah. It's jail life is crazy. I never want to ever see a cell again.
I could never go to jail.
Yeah, for more than one night.
Nah. Oh yeah.
Even a night, it sucks ass.
Yeah,
like,
I'm not trying to go to jail.
Not at all.
Fuck that.
But my whole point in bringing up that lady was this: I wanted to ask her and the manager, "Where are you from?" Right? I wanted to ask them, "Where are you from?" Because I can't go 5 minutes driving without seeing a California, Florida, all of that area's license plate. You know what I mean? I can't drive more than 5 minutes in Fort Worth and not see a California license plate. And ever since Joe Rogan moved here, I've seen it more and more frequently.
For real?
Yes.
Damn.
All I gotta say is, y'all are moving here to get away from that, but you're going to turn Texas into what you were trying to escape.
I mean, Texas is the most lenient state when it comes to, like, regulations about COVID and stuff like that. That's why people are fucking moving. It's because shit's still in lockdown. And Texas is the most open state.
Yeah. But it pisses me off because it's like, damn, y'all are really about to fuck up our state. Like, in 10 years, we might have property taxes and shit. And it's like, god damn it.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends on how things go, bro.
And
it really depends on, like, how long do you think the mask thing is going to go? Like, how long do you think that's going to last?
It's going to be at least until halfway into next year.
You think so?
For sure. Because they're saying that we're not even going to have a vaccine until 2024 rolled out.
Shit. So you don't believe all the people that are like, mask is going to end after the election? You don't believe?
I don't think this has any tie to the election.
You don't think it has anything to do with politics?
I think it affects politics, but I don't think politics was behind this one.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think politics
was a world thing.
It. Yeah, I don't think politics was necessarily behind it or anything like that. But
I think it for sure affects how people view Trump and view Biden, like how their opinion is on how they would handle it. But I'm gonna be real, I'm dumb as fuck when it comes to politics, so I try to avoid talking about it whenever it's brought up. I don't really know a lot
about politics either, so
yeah.
I don't understand politics really, bro. Like, I really don't.
I think it's like our age bracket, right? Like, I think when we get older, when it affects us more, we will be more into it. I just
don't understand, like, why we have to put people into categories, I guess is what I don't understand. Like, why?
My whole...
Devontae.
Yeah, my whole thing is why are there only two parties? If we're deciding something for an entire country,
there's more than two parties.
I know, but there's only two parties taken seriously, right?
The Democrat and the Republican.
And the Republican. Why is there not a good third option? Because there's a lot of people who don't like Trump or Biden.
I don't understand that. Why do we have to label people as like a Democrat or a Republican? It's like every belief that you have has to fall into line with your Democratic lines. Everything you believe in has to fall in line with your Republican lines. Bro, it would make way more sense as if we just judge people based off of how they believe things individually. Like, okay, so obviously, like, if you're a Democrat and you're a Republican, you believe opposite about abortion. So why can't I just ask you how you feel about abortion and get your opinion on it? And then the next question, like, let's say marijuana. How do you feel about marijuana? Like, you don't have to necessarily be like every single thing that I think is the exact same way that every Republican will think.
Yeah.
I think that's dumb. Because then at that point, you're kind of essentially creating a monopoly within society.
Well, you're creating division.
Yeah, I mean division. That's a better way to put it. The only reason I say monopoly is because, like, if I'm a Republican, then you know everything I stand for. And this is how things going to be because I'm on this side. Whereas if we just judge people based off of how they were, you could feel this way about this, but feel a different way about this, and we should just judge you based off of how you feel about every situation.
That's why I want a third party that's actually taken serious. I know.
So what would like the independent would an independent group be something like what I just said?
Yeah. Well,
do we have a group that's like that?
We do have like the liberal group and shit like that. Just none of them are taken serious. Like anytime you see an election, it's always Democrat, Republican. There's not like a really third party that's like. Some of the shit the Democrats say, I fuck with. Some of the shit that the Republicans say, I agree with too. Yeah. But also, I don't agree with everything on theirs.
Right.
I come in the middle. I'm in the middle. I want something that. No, we don't. Well, I mean, technically we do, but it's not taken serious enough. Like, anytime you go into the ballot, it's always which way you vote, Democrat or Republican. And usually, depending on which side you're on, you vote all Democrat, all Republican. And it's just like, we need a third party that kind of leverages the middle. And we don't have one that's taken serious enough to actually get elected. I think that's a huge problem. Like, how are we just gonna have two sides that always determine everything? And I'm sure some of those Republicans think like that shit the Democrats said wasn't that bad,
bro. The issue is that we're still following rules that we've written down with a fucking feather pen.
Yeah, and the ink and all that.
That's where we're fucking up, bro. Like, we still go down like we just add to the guidelines. We don't really change or modify anything. Yeah, we don't update shit. We just add to it. And it's just like we need to completely rethink our living style because we're not in the fucking 1709 anymore. Mm-hmm. We need to fucking rethink this shit.
We're not like the same shit that was happening back then. It's way different now.
Fuck yeah.
Technology's way different.
Oh, most definitely.
And I also think another way to think about that is that I agree with you 100%. I'm just saying on this, think of those humans that created the Declaration of Independence and all that shit, how forward-thinking they were and how well thought out that was. Because a lot of that shit that they did say does apply. It just needs to be modified. But a lot of it still, it's like, that's crazy to think that long ago, shit still resonates today.
Like what, though? Like what do you think? Like the Declaration of Independence?
Like our rights. Like a lot, you would agree with like, I don't know all of them, but like the main ones, you know, like the right to bear arms, and I think some people disagree with that. But like here in Texas, we have a different stance.
No, I mean I agree with that. Like you have the freedom of speech. Like I fucking believe in that shit. But that's just like human rights, bro. Like that. Yeah. Those are just rights that people should be born with. Like no one should be able to come into your home and like fucking the housing of, damn it, what amendment is that where it's like if it's in wartime or like police or military
martial law,
but they can't just come in. Well, is that like they can just come into your home and stay there with you?
Well, they can just come in and just take over and do whatever they want.
You have to house them is what I'm trying to say.
Oh,
like there's an amendment because in World War, like fucking back in the day in old wars, they would just walk into people's houses, and it was considered like a war zone, and you would have to house that person, and you would have to feed them and make sure they had clothes and make sure they had things like that. Like, no one should be able to allow to do that. No
you
one
got me fucked up.
Right, you should be able to say what you want. You should be able to protect yourself, like right to bear arms, things like that.
California's crazy religion. On that. Do you know, like, the rule in California is somebody comes in and robs your house, right? If they're running away from you, you can't shoot them. Yeah. You can't actually. It's actually looked down upon if you shoot them at all in their house.
Yeah, you got me.
Unless they're coming at you with a weapon.
Right. If you come in my home though, and I don't know who you are, I don't know your intentions. My thought is your intentions is to steal my shit or come and kill me, or kidnap my kid, or fucking rape my wife, or like my mind goes to the extreme at that.
Unless you're like sleeping on my couch, right? Because if you're sleeping on, like, say someone's drunk, because like this happened to Robert Downey Jr. Like, he would like get so fucked up that he would be like in people's houses just like asleep.
See, that happened to Colby, one of our homies from.
Really?
Yeah, bro, from C-Stat. Fucking Colby Brown, bro. He woke up in another person's apartment, and he thought that it was his apartment. That's how drunk he was.
Jesus. So he just like got so drunk that he did. What happened with him on that?
He literally walked into someone's random apartment, fucking fell asleep on their couch, and then they were like, "You were just so drunk, and you kept saying that this was your apartment, so we just let you sleep there." So they just slept. Here he just slept on their couch.
That's a very generous person, because I would have been like,
I might have beat your ass.
Yeah, I would have beat the fuck. You would have woke up to a punch to the face.
Yeah, for sure. That's crazy.
Yeah. Now I have another question of yours. Do you think dreams actually mean anything? Like what you dream, does it actually, like, is there a meaning behind it or no?
No, honestly, I really don't. I don't think dreams necessarily have meanings, but I don't know. Like, I don't dream very often. So, like, what do you think? But I gotta take a piss, so you gotta keep it rolling for a second.
See, my thing is with dreams, it's like, do they actually resonate with something that's happened in real life? Or do they just, like, is it just something... Because dreams are the most confusing thing to me. So, like, whenever I go to sleep, I see a fictional world, or is it something that is in my deep inner thought that's coming out that's showing me how my personality really is? Because when you fall asleep, apparently there's been studies shown that you can't see somebody that you haven't seen in real life. So, like, if you go to sleep, you won't see a person that you've never seen before, whether it be on TV or it be, like, in real person or whatever it be. So I know there's a lot of people that say, like, that are like dream readers, to be like, if you come to me and tell me your dream, I'll show you the meaning behind it, and this is what it means. Like, this is what your mind is trying to figure out. This is the dilemma. This is the happiness that you're getting from it. I don't know. The reason why I ask this is because every time I have a wet dream, stick with me here, no homo, pause. Alright, every time I have a wet dream, I will be like, I will go through the whole steps of courting a woman and all that shit or whatever, you know what I mean? And then, like, as soon as I'm about to insert to have sex, I'll come, like, before I even get in. And then it's just like an embarrassment moment in that, and then I'll wake up and there'll be like spots on my underwear.
Really, bro?
Like a real wet dream.
Wet dreams?
Yeah. You don't?
Bro, no. I literally have probably had like maybe one wet dream in my whole life.
No fucking way.
It was probably like when I was in high school. Like, I think I might have been in middle school.
So the well is that used that you just have nothing left to do in your dream.
I'm that good.
Yeah, I don't
your
know.
Whole life,
I don't know what,
even when you were like first going through puberty and jacking off all. Did you jack off a lot as a kid?
I mean, when you first hit puberty, I think most guys do.
Did you ever, whenever you're sexting a girl, did you like jack off to like the messages and like
no.
Neither did I. You for real didn't?
No.
I was like, fuck yeah, I'm about to fuck. And you know what's crazy about me? Like, I would jack off like to like the sexy photo that a girl sent me. And then
it was more just like viewing pleasure rather than like pleasure.
Tyler's been cool his whole fucking life. And like, this is why he has the most confidence in the world. I would jack off to the picture, and this is the funny thing with me is, after I got done and like whatever I did, I didn't ever want to talk to that girl again. It's like I actually had sex with her.
Damn, see, that's fucked up.
That's
man.
why I never went through with actually having sex with a lot of people. I was just like,
hey, I already did it. In my mind.
In my head, my imagination is so great that little bikini picture or underwear picture you sent me got me there.
Yeah, see, that sounds like you. Sounds about right, Cameron. Someone who still has wet dreams. What are you, 24?
You're not gonna make me 24? Feel weird for having
24?
No, 24 having wet dreams is normal. I guarantee.
You ever seen 50 First Dates?
Yeah, I've seen it a ton of times.
Where they fucking he was like, so Doc, I have this friend. He's been experimenting with steroids and he's been having a lot of wet dreams. That's you, bro.
I don't have them a lot. It's like
sounds like you have them often.
No, I had one. I haven't had one in a while.